I'm Courtney Johnson, an editor for The Couples Expert, and I'm going to share with you 5 sneaky and destructive reasons that you and your spouse may be in a cycle of arguing. And the first is a communication breakdown. Are you guys truly communicating with one another, both listening and speaking kindly, of course, about what you're really thinking and what you're really feeling? Secondly, is letting it go. Are you always needing to have the last word or wanting to remind your spouse that you, in fact, were right? If this is the case, stop. Consider the feelings of your spouse above being right. The third thing is, do you really know yourself? I know you wake up to yourself every morning, but do you know your attachment style, the history in your life that's influence the way that you are now and the way that you behave and react in relationships. It's something to consider, and there's some great quizzes online that you can take to determine your attachment style, or you can speak to a professional counselor about it if you'd like to delve deeper into this. The fourth thing is low expectations. Do you always expect to end up in an argument with your spouse? If so, you really need to examine this. Why is that the case? And 5 is fear. Fear of the unknown or fear of failure in your relationship. And these can be really deep-rooted issues. And even if you feel secure with your spouse, but you still find yourself doubting and fearful, then you really should consider talking to your spouse about it and or seeing a professional counselor to really get at the root of those fears and why you feel necessary to hold back. I hope you found this helpful. And if you think that a free 30-minute telephone consultation would do your marriage good, then please call the Couples Expert at 480-993-1922 or visit www.thecouplesexpertscottsdale.com to schedule your consultation. Have a great week.
Hi, I'm Stuart Fensterheim, the Couples Expert. I have a podcast on iTunes called the Couples Expert Podcast. Aside from my podcast, I also have a practice here in Scottsdale, Arizona, where I see couples who are feeling pretty disconnected from one another. And over the last couple of years, have started doing something a little bit different, which is a workshop, which I call 2 Days and 7 Conversations. At the workshop, what we do is we go through these steps to really identify the cycles that all couples seem to get caught up into. And one of the things that has happened in such an amazing kind of way is couples come for a Saturday and a Sunday, and it's typically about 16 hours. And for those 16 hours, all they do is dedicate that time to just the two of them. You know, if you start thinking about it, when's the last time you devoted 16 hours to your relationship? Just doing that alone tells people that they're important. So having your partner be willing to put aside work and family commitments just for you, so the two of you sitting here together spends the entire weekend really trying to understand what gets in the way of you feeling close. And what you'll walk away with is a common language, a common commitment to changing the nature of the relationship. You're not going to walk away with a brand new relationship. That's just not going to happen over one weekend. Because what we're trying to do is have you guys have some new experiences that you've never had with one another. So join us at our next workshop. It can change your world. It can change your life. It really can. And I'm here for that. I'm here to help you with that pathway to become a couple where you're so connected with one another, no one could ever break you apart.